And welcome to the National Meat Treasure Podcast with your host, Sasha, aka Zoe Deschanel.
I don't agree with that, but I am an Ultimo Dragon because I don't want to think about possibly spanking it to my friend. But I have spanked it to Zoe.
Deschanel?
You know those blue eyes? They do something. They do something for the Ultimo Dragon.
It's the colonizer in you.
Which isn't high compared to others. I'm 58% like literally indigenous. So fuck everyone. I'm gonna keep drinking this.
That's fair. And I'm Joey. What's the word, boys? Happy holidays.
I don't. You know what? I saw. What? You know, it was just Christmas. So I saw Elf, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot she was in that. Massive
She
eyeballs.
is really
she's got.
cute. She's adorable, and she sings well.
I feel like I spanked it to her once, and I was like, this feels wrong for some reason. And I don't know why.
That is bullshit. I can totally know that. I know how many white women you spanked to. At least the exact number.
Oh no! See, here's the thing. It was. I can tell you the story. I feel like I was watching New Girl, and I was like, you know what? Zoe Deschanel's kind of hot. And then as I'm beating it, I'm like, ew! Like I don't want to fuck Jess from New Girl. You know what I mean? Like. Too innocent. I like whores. You know, give me a Jessica White, not a. Was Jessica White or Jennifer White, the porn star? There's probably
I don't know.
Yeah, there's definitely one of both.
Even a Jessica Black, even a Rebecca Black, and that brings us full circle. Apparently, she's dropping an album. I don't know when. This isn't free promo. You're gonna have to pay us, Rebecca. But if we find out what that date is, I'll talk about it. In person, never give her any free promo. So you can hit us up, nationalmeattreasure@gmail.com.
Speaking of musical artists, so I told you guys recently that I think my dream guest on this podcast, I'm going to manifest it now, especially if anyone out there got connections. I want to get T-Pain on the show. Also, I feel like I want him on the show because I feel like me and T-Pain could be friends in real life. Every time I don't absorb too much T-Pain content, but whenever I do, he's just being an awesome guy, you know?
Yeah, I agree. He's very level-headed. That's the thing.
I'm saying, like, he's super down to earth. He seems. He does so on TikTok. I occasionally see him doing I don't know if it's like Discord or Twitch or some kind of streaming, and he'll review random people's songs.
It's Twitch.
Yeah. It's on Twitch. It's a pretty big channel for a lot of people. He talks about a lot of things. He also talked about, you know, how from that documentary. What was that documentary? Just in regards to autotune, and he like went in depth about how much it hurt his feelings that Usher told him he killed music. Whew.
Which, by the way, does Usher have the rights? I don't think he does.
I think at the time he did.
Yeah.
2021 has no clout, but no, he has clout. It's behind the scenes clout. It's different. It's not the same.
Yeah, right. It wasn't just Usher, you know, like saying stuff like that. So, you know, it's not just
society was shitty to T-Pain. We almost lost him, and it was our fault.
Turn your volume down just a bit, Christian.
Too loud?
No, a lot of society was fantastic to T-Pain. Everybody loved it, but I'm sure.
I mean, I remember people hating on T-Pain for sure, especially like the older generation. But like for Usher to come out of pocket to another rich black man and be like, "You fucked up music." Also, like Usher's got a little bit of a high horse because like Usher was no Luther Vandross, he was no Stevie Wonder. Like, don't. You're hot right now. Like, history will forget Usher. They won't forget everyone who came before.
Hold on, no one's gonna forget Usher. You better take that back, bro.
They've already forgotten Usher. Usher still makes music, and no one cares.
It's about 7:00 or later, all around the block. I don't remember anything.
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
I'm really
see exactly. You tried to defend him, and you couldn't even bring up the line of the song. It's 7:00 on the drop. I'm in the drop top, cruising the streets.
Oh!
I got a real pretty little thing just waiting for me. I'm black. I'm supposed to remember that, but you're
gonna have to sing.
Yes, I'm black, and I'm saying to you, history will forget Usher much sooner than they will forget like Stevie Wonder, Luther Vandross, Barry White. Because like I said, Usher makes music now. He still puts out albums. No one
No,
cares.
he doesn't.
He just plays.
Does he?
Hey, yes, exactly. You've already forgotten. Usher still makes music.
Way, Usher.
I don't.
There's no way Usher makes music
with non-music.
Yes, Usher is a very active person. I just saw he just played a show where he was like rollerblading on stage, which is pretty cool. But yeah, no
Why
one.
would he rollerblade?
Because no one cares about Usher. So for Usher to Usher is like he's like a one classic, one album, two album wonder.
But
like,
wait
he's
a minute,
still alive, and he's not that old. I think he's only like 40 something.
Hold on,
How old is Usher?
Hold on, wait.
He also discovered Justin Bieber.
Did Usher say this recently? No,
Usher's
right?
43. Usher's like
this was when
he should be in his prime R&B years.
This was when the auto-tune T-Pain thing was big, right? This was back then.
Yeah, exactly.
This was back then.
So, you flaming Usher?
I'm not flaming Usher. I'm saying Usher did not have license to act like he was the the king of R&B because he wasn't. He wasn't at his height.
I think Usher has.
He
has the license to say
by
that,
by the time T-Pain came around, Usher was on the decline hard. So why Usher felt the need? As far as music, I'm sure he makes a lot of money, but as far as like musical legend status,
Usher did have hits way after that time.
He had like 3 hits.
Yeah,
and they weren't like,
and that's a big deal. And that's a big deal in the length of his career.
But here's the thing too, and you want to know the irony here?
I don't debate music. I don't debate music with non-musicians. But go ahead.
Ooh.
So most of humanity. And you know what? I'm going to shit on you right now because one of those hits that you're referring to that Usher had uses autotune. One of his what is it?
Yes.
So he's got T-Pain to thank for one of his hits.
I'm not saying I agree with Usher's take back then. I'm not saying that at all. No. That's awful.
But let's elaborate on that. But let's elaborate because I hate that sentence so much. I don't talk music with non-musicians. Non-musicians are the people who uphold. Most people are not musicians. No, Christian, don't take that. Fine. Don't take that luchador suit off. Keep it on because we're getting spicy in here. Okay.
I was hiding the emotion too much. I was hiding the emotion too much. So peel back the mask.
Ain't no spice.
Let's go.
It's just that I see it from a different perspective. And I'm not saying it's a better perspective. It's just different. So it's not really worth it, because I'm not trying to say anybody's wrong because everyone feels how they want to feel. It's just that I'm always going to look at it from a different perspective. And I see different things and look for different things. So it's like comparing, not even comparing apples to oranges. It's just like, I'm biased. I'm always going to see it from a certain perspective. As a musician.
So in this perspective, because remember, I'm not shitting on Usher by any means. I love Usher, but I'm saying Usher, I feel like did not have license to shit on T-Pain, especially when T-Pain was at the height of his career and Usher was on the decline. If anything, why would you say that? And again, to have to afterwards have used autotune to get yourself a hit record seems a little like if you think if you were saying like, oh, this ruined music, and then 10 years later, not even 10, maybe 7 years later, you go and use the auto-tune? Come on.
Afterwards doesn't matter because people make mistakes and change,
True.
Well, we didn't hear Usher. We didn't hear Usher issue that apology to T-Pain.
But he probably talked to T-Pain in person about it.
We don't know that.
And those niggas can be, but you don't know that he didn't apologize. We're in the same thing,
I mean, I didn't know he said it in the first place till 7 years later, but here we are.
Exactly.
So we got to wait for the next. Exactly. So what you're saying is you're in the Usher defense league right now. You're Usher over T-Pain.
That's not what I said at all.
I can't say.
I mean, in that situation, I'm not saying musically. I'm saying in that. If you were T-Pain, would you have wanted to hear that from Usher?
I'll never want to hear anything like that from Usher ever.
No, I would cry, bro. I would cry. If I was a musician at that time, I would have cried. I would have done exactly what T-Pain did.
I would have quit.
Yeah.
God bless him.
I think I would have too. But at the same time, I'm like, years later, I would look back on it like, why the fuck did I let Usher get under my skin? Of all people?
Well, but if you think about Usher, and T-Pain, right? Who Usher is to T-Pain on a personal level, as an R&B singer, is probably someone that he's looked up to, right? The reason why it hurt his feelings is because Usher is someone that T-Pain looked up to, you know? So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter whether Usher like T-Pain in his head at very least at first would think, yes, Usher does have the license to say that, because the person who's put out, like 1,000 songs since before I became a musician and that I grew up listening to tells me I, fucking ruined music, then, of course I'm gonna they have the right to say that to me as a person under them, So
Usher
I think
straight
Usher
up
does
did
have
innovate in the game.
I don't think that license though is a real license. Like, who gives a shit what Usher says in general, my nigga? Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying why, like, Usher did not have the license to say that because who the fuck is Usher? Like, if it put T-Pain in a 4-year depression spiral, and I would just
that sucks.
But I hope Usher apologized, or maybe he didn't because he's too busy, rollerblading on stage for probably Vegas. I'm assuming it's like
and raking in all that Bieber cash. He's raking in all that Bieber cash.
Well, the fake money he was throwing at the club.
I mean, I wouldn't throw actual
he was throwing
money
fake
at the
money
club either. Like,
yeah, you didn't know that. See, look at that. You were defending Usher and his legacy. You're not even keeping up with Usher news. Yes, Usher was throwing fake money with his face on it at the club, at a strip club. Like,
I remember that. I remember that shit. But that's mad funny if you think about it, right? Because they say if you want to be a millionaire, don't spend money like a millionaire. Like, all rich people are cheap because they don't, like, Usher's like, man, I had to dance my ass off for these dollar bills. I'm not gonna actually throw that money at these dumb hoes. I got herpes. Let me stop. I don't know.
You know what's the next level of that? You know what's the next level of that?
What's the next level?
Once we get to everybody starting their own cryptocurrency and doing that themselves. Here you go. You got some Usher coin. And it's like worthless, but you got 1 million Usher coins. You have a great day, young lady. Like, imagine going to the club and like everyone's got their own thing, and then you just bring out your own crypto and you just convince that person. But like, listen, if you buy this NFT right now, I can get like 4, exclusive lap dances, and we can keep going. Like, I'm sure we can pawn off this NFT to get Coke. That's how we're gonna do it.
I am so tired of NFT and crypto talk. Like, I'm exhausted. Like, I don't have enough of regular money, and you want me to talk about digital art money and fucking
new money,
digital coin. Yes. Like, I'm just I'm waiting. The system's going to collapse. I'm just like I'm desperately waiting. I'm desperately waiting for it. Like, there's 20,000 coins. What's one Bitcoin is like $70,000 now. I don't even know what the fuck that even means.
It's more. It's way more.
Nah, it's actually a lot less. Bitcoin's not as good as it was. A little bit.
See, exactly. How do all three of us have a fucking different idea what Bitcoin is? We see a dollar, it's a fucking dollar. We all know it's a dollar, okay? What Bitcoin is worth? I mean, I can look it up right now, but none of us have $70,000.
Your dollar can be worth less. Your dollar can be worth less at depending on what time or when it's being spent or where it's being spent. So it's just not as volatile. Oh, it is. It's at $50,000 at
see,
this
it was at 69,000 last time I looked. So,
bro, either way, buy in, motherfuckers.
That was months ago, Trop.
Well, I say everyone buy in now.
Your Bitcoins over there? Yeah, you're looking at the Bitcoin.
I keep up with crypto. Just
I made a lot off of Doge.
I just listen, and I'm learning and doing research. I've been doing it for a while because I'm slow to learn things, so I gotta just like.
2017, it was $909. Like, even at that point, buddy, you just make that. That's a difference. But it wasn't as it's a lot more accessible now.
I'm just going to work on this podcast, work on content creation, and in the meanwhile, in the back of my mind, be okay with being poor if real money stops being a thing.
We start selling National Meat Treasure coin, NMT coins, and NFTs of all of our butts, like back to like just next to each other, and that's what we're gonna sell to you guys.
An NFT, like a digital rendering of your dick,
your penis. Ooh, and
there's only like
right on the same link.
300 of 300. Like,
we could 3D print your cock
sell them for an 20 Ethereum minutes. Each. An Ethereum each, and each NFT is going to be worth like one meetup with you, but you're going to cash out.
Or just one
like one each for each. Like, that's like 40. That's like 4 racks times 300, bro. Nigga,
NMT coin is the new thing.
let's bring it to the ethos. If Usher had a meat coin and T-Pain had a meat coin, whose meat coin is selling for more? Who's selling? I think T-Pain's getting more meat coins, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like Usher's
right now.
I feel like Usher's a sex symbol, but to people who are older, whereas like the newer generation wants to fuck guys that look like T-Pain. They like the big guys with long dreads. The Usher kind of guy is not sexy to somebody in their 20s right now who's really invested in the NFT market. So I think
I think so.
I have zero knowledge about all that.
Listen, we're gonna make it happen. NFT coins coming to you very soon. I'm gonna figure it out. I know Emery. You remember the band Emery? They made their own coin for a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm telling you, there's the infinite possibilities.
That is some niche news you have access to right now.
That's super fucking niche, bro.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. My
pop punk bands making crypto. That is insane.
Yeah. Like, weird little emo pop punk whatever band. From I don't even know where they're from.
Somewhere
but
somewhere very well.
Yeah, yeah, very. And they have their own coin. I don't know how. I don't know how they did it. I'm gonna find out because we're gonna start doing NMT coins coming.
You know what I want to find out?
You guys can buy you can use. Here's what I'll say. You can use those NMT coins at the bodega and get yourself a sandwich, and that's worth something.
No, that's worth a lot, bro. What?
Yeah, you're a millionaire in NMT coins today.
I don't think any bodega across America is accepting national meat money, but today
they will.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get real big on the whole like manifesting thing. I just feel like.
Yes.
I feel like I've spent most of my life really negative, and why? Like, especially be here in Detroit. I'm having a swell time out here. I should just be more positive, manifest more things into the ethos.
There you go.
Also have the week off from work to reset. I really don't. Well, I technically work tomorrow for like a few hours, but I'm off until New Year's Eve, and then I work.
That's sweet. What?
So
I'm telling you,
to reset.
Have a good time.
Just wash my sheets. And I'm just gonna start manifesting more things.
Ready to stain those bitches again?
Stain those bitches?
The sheets that you just washed.
Blank
canvas for some fresh juice.
Fresh juice. There was no grosser way you could have said that. I'm just gonna sit here and watch some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which may inspire me to jerk off because it's a sexy, sexy show.
It is sexy. It is sexy. There's a lot of rippling muscles and bulges, and there's some really bad English in there, and that's my favorite thing about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Speaking of
just all the
muscles, bad English. Question for you guys: what kind of porn do your wives watch?
Zero.
I don't know. I think Joni said one time, "Oh no, I'm not going to reveal all that." You know what? I'll talk about that. I'll give her a little space because she put in a formal complaint. She put in a formal complaint. She was like, maybe not all of the stuff. And you know what? I'll save this. Subscribe to the Patreon to find exclusive things just like this.
I will not tell you what kind of porn my wife watches.
I was free. Just because I had a funny moment today
for free
because I was remembering. I had a funny moment because I was listening to some podcast where this it was like a sex and relationship podcast, whatever, and all these couples are like they're always in open relationships and poly and whatever, and like a lot of the people know what their partner jerks off to, which seems small, but like I thought about it and I only know what the porn of one partner I've ever been with watches, and it was so funny when I found out because I had the most like visceral reaction. So it was a girl I was dating who like we were at our wits' end at this point in the relationship. Like we were just like not getting along, and I had so many like bad things to say about her that I just was not saying to her face. And like one of the many things on that list was that like she was like a lazy lover. Like she's just no zhuzh, and I was trying so many different things to like spice it up, and like it just got to a point where like I didn't care, she didn't care, and then like we were talking about porn one day, and she was telling me how much she likes that that like BDSM, the what's the one with the
Shibari.
castle? Now that shit too, but like the castle porn where it's like the intro is like that big K and it's a castle. If I type in castle porn, it's gonna come up.
Oh
you know
my
what I'm
God.
talking about?
Castle porn?
It's not.
Is
castle
it like
porn.
medieval? Is it Game of Thrones?
What is it? I know we
Castle
I know
with a K?
somebody knows.
Castle porn.
If you type in castle porn, it's the first castle that comes up, but it's that. It's like a super BDSM thing, but I don't remember the actual. Oh, this is so funny! It's like an article from The Guardian, but they actually use the porn logo. But it's a fucking. I'm not gonna get sidetracked from the story, but this is a funny article.
What are we doing? How did I get here?
No,
I'm sorry, listeners.
But it's like this BDSM, tie them up, beat the shit out of them kind of thing, like real heavy BDSM porn. I just remember like her telling me that, and I'm just being like, "A fucking course, bitch! You're like the laziest person." Like, I didn't say it out loud, but in my head, I'm like,
"Oh, she just wants to be tied up."
Yeah, of course, you just want to sit there and get your ass beat. Like, this is learn how to ride a dick first, and I'll totally tie you up. You know what I mean? Ride dick for more than 3 minutes without get a tighter core. You couldn't even handle. And there's all these people like, no, actually, I did know one other person. I know a few of my friends' porn suggestions. A lot of my female friends love gay porn.
Threesome.
I forgot the name of the company, but like their shit always starts with that castle. Everyone listening knows what I'm talking about.
I don't think everyone does. I think that's an over. I think you think you are the average person, but you're not the average person, Justin.
First of all, I mean, I think I'm closer to the average person in almost every aspect over you guys. Because first of all, who's married for 8 years? That's not average. That's exceptional. Which I commend you both for, but takes a lot away from your porn time.
I don't think that's exceptional.
Pause. Speaking of porn time, you guys do know about the whole world does know about this. The crazy like ads you get on these porn sites. So right now, one of them that's being shown to me is a man using a iceberg lettuce as a sexual toy device. I don't know. He's basically banging an iceberg lettuce. I'm disturbed and I have to log off of this. Like I don't. It was just in the background.
I had a thought like the other day of like how many things probably feel just as good, if not better than pussy, if you lube them up. I don't know why I thought this. I think I was like listening to somebody like tell like a weird.
Did you act on it?
No, somebody was telling like a weird story about like fucking a couch. Like it was like in a movie or something. And I was just like, I remember I remember like being on a couch watching this movie and like feeling in the couch cushions to be like, this is not something I would fuck, but maybe if it was like saturated in lube. And then I thought about it because this is where my ADHD brain goes. I was like, how many things, if I saturated them in lube, would my dick feel good in? That was like better or equal to pussy. Most fruits and vegetables, honestly. A nice butternut squash, saturated in lube.
You really don't want to go for the spaghetti squash. I feel like it would be too many things being pulled apart. A lot of fiber in there. Too much. I feel like it would be too much. You need something smooth, like a
But if you saturated in lube,
like
it's just all the tendrils of the squash grinding on your penis.
Right, smoothing it over.
Well, this is dark. We have gone off the rails.
It's not dark. The squash is
not
consenting.
Right.
Yeah, it's not
I don't
dark.
think it can.
It's dirty.
I don't think it can. I think only organic ones can consent. Conventionals obviously are clones, so they can't consent because they're not even a year old. So keep your hands off them. You piece of shit. I don't know where that came from.
So does that make like a bottle of wine a cougar? Like if you dip your dick in it because it's aged to perfection?
Woo! Yeah, like this was 1924. Ooh.
What is?
But you can't get like a Francia.
Are we like not
they're
fully
definitely
realized
12
adults?
months.
Are we like
No,
not
we're
fully
not.
realized adults? Because we're not. But like, what's the oldest wine you've ever had? What's the oldest alcohol you've ever had? Is that like a staple of adulthood to have like some aged shit?
Yeah.
But you can just pay for things that are really aged. Like a lot of shit is really aged. I've paid like
I've
maybe
had
pay for like
aged
aged cheddar.
yeah, me too.
aged cheddar,
Pay
bro.
for aged
Aged
whiskey.
cheddar.
I like aged whiskey.
Yeah.
But like, how
Hell yeah.
how old is whiskey supposed to be, and why?
I don't even
It
fucking
can
know.
be as old as you want it.
Hey yo.
Hey. You know, there's a lot of doñas out there that are waiting to pick up that young man.
Oh yeah, grandma.
And respect to you, doñas, out there, because I was talking to one of my boys about them, and they really be out there. They really just wait for like a little imprint of a penis to slide you, like, you know, some pasteles or like some really good
Wait,
food,
what is
and
a
all of a
doñas?
sudden
You've gone
a
off the rails.
doña, a doña is basically a cougar, a Latin one, if you will. And they're a little older, and they find you know, young men, you know, like at 18, like at, you know, the summer of 17, if you will. You know, you're at this
Damn,
weird
son.
physical, yet you're naive about everything, and the doña just kind of like encourages you in with food and promise of sex, and because they probably got like the wild butt, so you would probably like fall for it.
Yeah.
It happens to everyone.
I gotta say, I
Happens to
don't know
everyone.
what the draw is for like cougars my age, because like that go for like 18-year-old guys, 20-year-old guys. Because I'm gonna say this, I definitely like if you had sex with me before I was 30, you probably didn't come. So I
Right?
don't know what they're getting
Bro,
out of these
it's about
18-year-old
them
boys.
coming, but it's about them coming. It's about them using and teach.
What?
It's about like,
Damn.
bro.
Good for those guys.
It's not just like, you know, like we're just I want to, like, it's part of the whole thing. Like it's like when you find a woman who enjoys
They like little
fellatio,
boys.
like she likes sucking dick, or she loves, no, not little boys. Where'd you go
Well,
there?
I mean, young
the
18-year-old.
virile,
No.
the youth with the without complaint,
The
you know, where a
spring
dick is
chickens.
up, bro. Like,
Right. No
do you remember
problems.
when your meat could just get up like with no, like with no prompt, and you didn't even want it to?
Yeah.
Sometimes it
It's
would
the
betray
Son,
you.
do
Pelican,
you
not gonna
know?
lie.
Mine
Do you
doesn't
know
like that.
I remember
I'm
the
saying.
moment I felt old. I remember the moment I was like, oh, I had an opportunity to fuck two people in the span of 24 hours. It was just happenstance. I had
Mm-hmm.
made plans with someone, and some other person, like 12 hours before those plans, was like, hey, what are you doing? And I went and smashed, you know, the one who hit me up that night, and then I had canceled on the plans I had made the next day.
No.
And I didn't have anything to do. I was just like, I just
Yeah.
don't
I
want to
can't.
do it. And then at that moment, I was like, damn, am I maturing or am I just tired? I don't know.
It's a little bit of both. That's the thing, man. And we got to be real with that. There's a time, and it checks us. And I don't know. I think I don't know where I'm at anymore. I don't know.
Well,
I finished up
you
a
know where
people we
you're at.
had.
You're having sex with the same woman for the rest of your life.
Yeah. No, I'm good. It's less complicated.
Unless you're cheating. Find out about Christians cheating on Patreon.
That'll give away for free, because if she is listening, no.
That would be I would buy. That would be the first Patreon
I
I'd
would
buy
totally
if somebody was married and had a podcast and said, I will tell all the explicit details of my cheating on Patreon. I would probably sign up.
I kind of like that. I think we need to
Andrew
do that.
Schultz, Andrew Schultz might do that. Andrew Schultz just got married, so he's white. You know, white people only stay married for like 5 years. So 5 years down the line, they'll probably have those stories on the Patreon. White rich people, they don't stay married for too long.
No, it's
and
fantastic.
I think his wife is in her 20s too, so she's already ready to cash out.
No, yeah, no.
Love it.
I feel like your first wife should be your age. I feel like you should get married in your 30s, and your first wife should be also in her 30s. Second wife, you get divorced in your 40s. Second wife, 25, 20, 29 tops. I feel like you deserve that.
Right.
You
between 25 and 29, or maybe not wife, man. Girlfriend. Because if you're 40 something and marrying a 25 to 29-year-old, you're setting yourself up for failure. But if you have a girlfriend, like an honest to God, like really like in love with you girlfriend, and then you can like, and then you don't have the messy divorce, you have like a nice parting of ways when she's like, all right, I'm trying to get like married to somebody. That could be nice, in your 50s. But your first wife, you can't be shooting too low. That's weird.
Here's the truth, Justin. The metaverse is here. So with that in mind, which animal would you be? It's that time of the episode where I ask, what kind of animal would you have sex with if it was shaped like a person? If it was a humanoid and it did all the things that it was supposed to do, what animal would it be?
No, wait. Actually, let's talk about this because I love fictional metaverse conversations. Is there monogamy in the metaverse?
No, I think it's all thrown out the window.
We talked about it before, but like, I mean, if you're like living permanently in the metaverse, and you don't. Also, like, this is another like poor. Let's circle back to the poor people thing. I was like reading an article about somebody buying NFTs in the metaverse. I was like, is it up yet? Is it somebody like bought an NFT house in the metaverse that was next door to Snoop Dogg's house in the metaverse? How the fuck is this thing?
There's a lot of people are doing that. There's a lot of people already doing that. They're buying up properties and it's like they'll buy it at like Supreme stores, at Nike stores, like that way if you transact or you're near there, somehow there's some kind of windfall. I don't know. Someone smarter out there is going to explain that.
What I hope all these rich people invest their money into like crypto and the metaverse, and then I hope all this shit really collapses so they're all like everyone rich who was just like playing around with all their money is now for real poor. And then, oh my God, could you imagine if like LA would be on fire if that happened? Like if the bank tried to like repo every house in Calabasas while all these homeless people were in LA, they would like go and eat the fucking repo men from the government. Yeah. I would love this. Yeah. Like if any place in this country is gonna like fucking experience like apocalypse in our lifetime, it's going to be somewhere in California.
It's definitely LA.
It's LA for sure. Oh my God, the tent cities they got out there. The fact, do you know there's like a piece of LA that's not even like real land? It's like landfill that was like constructed into land, Treasure Island or something like that. It's fake land.
It's called Treasure Island.
And it's the treasure is my feces and garbage. that's what it's
our collective trash. Yeah, no, it's definitely like a terrible. I feel like that's where it's gonna start.
My ex is from California, and she was talking about like the pipeline. There's basically like a pipeline. So there's not supposed to be land in LA. LA is supposed to be uninhabitable by humans. It's supposed to be a desert. But they have like a pipeline from like North California that goes all the way down to South California to get water to LA. And like, apparently that pipe is like due to burst like within our lifetimes. And there's like really not much that can be done about it. So like, imagine like if like the perfect earthquake hit, cracked this pipe, and then it just flooded all of LA. Oh my God. Do you know how few people would rejoice around the country if all the rich people died? If all like the super wealthy, like just OJ dying and fucking the Hiltons and the Kardashians. I mean, I would,
rest in peace who's not dying though, right? You know who's not dying though, right? The Rock, because he is your adversary. Because he's your adversary, and he will survive any of those great calamities, and he will defeat you and drink wine out of your skull. And I will have to be his concubine.
I love how you're sucking off The Rock in this fantasy of yours. Well, that definitely answers my next question. So because my next question was going to be, I have already established through this podcast whom I want to be best friends with, T-Pain, and whom I want to do battle with, The Rock. I'm manifesting both in 2025. But who do you guys want to do battle with and be friends with through the power of this podcast?
I feel like my great adversary would definitely have to be John Mulaney. I don't like you.
Really?
No, I don't know. I was just picking on somebody. I felt like that would get the biggest reaction out of you. I was right. And the person that I want to be friends with is The Rock. I want to be your friend. I just
You're really choosing sides now?
I'm choosing sides.
18 years of friendship?
Yep. for The Rock, because he's definitely going to give me like a pickup truck at one point. I don't see your friendship giving me a pickup truck.
First of all, our friendship is how you even get to a point where you can meet The Rock through this podcast. That was my idea. But if you want to choose The Rock, choose him. I will shove you and Kevin Hart up his ass. All right. I'll let death befall you both for your treacherous ways.
I love this. I love this so much.
Also, I need to tell the pod. Did I tell the pod world that my baby mom's agrees I could beat The Rock? I did. Let's put that out there again, because she doesn't even like me, and she acknowledges my fury. So
your fury. Your fury. So is this what we're calling?
Fury and fury.
What about you, Joey? Who are you doing battle with and/or befriending?
I'm gonna definitely do battle with Ben Shapiro, and I'm going to befriend.
I thought you were going to say yay
Trevor
for a second,
Noah.
Trevor Noah, really? That's an odd pick, I feel like.
Nah, he's cool as fuck, bro.
He does seem cool. He doesn't
seem uncool, but I don't think I'd want to like aspire to be his friend. I
feel he's like also a comedian. That nigga's funny as fuck.
He is. I just don't feel like I want to have a conversation with him. Also, like I feel like if I'm next to Trevor Noah, he's fucking all my bitches, bro. Like he's light skinned, he's got an accent.
But the thing is, he can't fuck them all. There's got to be one or two left. He can't fuck them all. Of them. You know, there's going to be the ones you got to take for the team, and the team is here to catch him. You feel me?
Nah, I feel like even if we're in the same tax bracket, he's got that accent. My only win is if he doesn't fuck black women. If he doesn't fuck black women, then like we're good.
Right.
But I feel like we probably have similar tastes. So I'm not getting no ass around Trevor Noah, and he's smarter than me.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's going to be some nice Yacoubian queens. What? I'll be there to keep them company.
All right,
you keep those Yacoubian queens company.
You got it.
That's the episode title: Yacoubian Queens. Yacoubian Queens. Now we're sharing the same dream.
Hey, yo, Billy Ocean, man.
You should be ashamed of yourself. This is a pro black women and black women only podcast.
I ain't got no shame. Ain't no shame over here, cuz.
Besides your wives.
Ain't no shame, you know.
What are you drinking more alcohol? Or is that a soda pop?
It is alcohol. It is a beer.
I think you're making me an alcoholic, Joey, because every time... So I was just listening to their last episode. I was just trying to make a clip for the last episode, and you were drinking that 11% beer, and I was thinking, like, damn, like now I really want a beer. And like every time I watch you be drunk, it makes me want to be drunk because you're a fun drunk.
Bro. I'm gonna smoke some weed to that, so that way maybe you'll. I know you don't want to smoke weed, so I understand. I accept it every day, even though I wish you could be one of us, Justin.
I mean, I've been drunk like every day this week, so that's that's a record for me. I was drunk last night.
You did get drunk at the house. You did get drunk over here. We had the coquito flowing, and it had like 3 cups of like rum, and it was just like we weren't gonna go anywhere.
I was on super alcoholic vibes at your house because you went to sleep and I was just up and I couldn't fall asleep, so I just kept sipping on that Caribbean rum you had in your fucking freezer, and I was like, "This is premium. This Calico is premium Caribbean rum." And I'm just like sitting by myself. I'm like, "This is my drunkest moment of my life." I'm sitting by myself on your couch watching a Drink Champs interview with Big Sean while drinking by myself.
I was watching that one too.
Okay, hold on. Let's tell the podcast what we were watching right before that.
What were we watching right before that?
Jingle
MacGruber.
Oh yeah, MacGruber. That show. I watched the whole season.
Shout out. Shout out to MacGruber. That shit was fire. I was dying. Like it's just it knows how to reel you in. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, that is a ridiculous show that was sold to me. What the fuck did I just open on my computer?
I ended up watching a new Netflix movie, which I'm going to end up recommending to a lot of you if you like dark comedies. Don't Look Up.
You are the second person in 24 hours to recommend that to me.
I have not heard of it.
It's so funny. Jonah Hill.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence.
Leonardo DiCaprio. There, Jennifer Lawrence.
Tyler Perry.
And it's a dark comedy about the end of the world. So you'll enjoy it if you even if you have nothing planned, just watch it. It's good. It's fun. It's a good ride.
So
and I got to watch No Way Home. Not gonna spoil it, boys, because I do respect y'all out there, but that there's gonna be a time limit. We're gonna give you until next week, and then you're just gonna have to either plug your ears or run away. I'm sorry.
I love how you're putting a time limit on us to see it. Because I guarantee you, me and Joey will see it way after like the general masses have. I have no plans to see No Way Out as of right now.
Well,
what is
if
No
you don't
Way
have
Out?
the plan, No Way,
See,
No Way Home. No Way Home.
Spider-Man No Way Home. Oh, right, that came out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it did come out. It was fun. It was a dope time. A lot of feels and a lot of different things going on. But do watch it if you do have the opportunity. If you don't, I won't be an asshole. I won't spoil anything because I do feel bad about that. But at one point, we'll spoil it. So,
do you guys ever get like movie anxiety? Like where you're at the beginning of the movie and you're about to go through this whole journey and you're just like, fuck, here we go. That ever happen to y'all?
Movie
I thought you meant like in a sense.
To me before. I feel like that's happened to me before, but I can't remember like what was it. I think it was just a general anxiety, and I think I was getting anxiety about having to sit for 2 hours.
Right. Okay. Right. That's fair. Yeah, that's.
I definitely. This is very. I don't know if this is millennial or Gen Z of me, but I get phone anxiety when I have to like put my phone down too long and like don't have anything to do. Like I get very antsy. But I'm combating that by this podcast. There's still a twist in here, is there? No, there's not. I'm trying to. I took my hair out like 2 weeks ago, and I still keep finding random 2-strand twists that are still in there.
It'd be like that.
I thought there was another one, but it was just a knot. But speaking of which, gonna make another announcement to you guys. Please stay safe in these COVID streets. I actually tried to make an appointment to get my hair done, and my hairdresser has COVID, so I'm gonna push that back. But yeah, I feel like this is the year everyone knew the Omicron variant. Like it's hitting all the people who haven't gotten it, and I don't think I got it. I think I might have had it. This is like everyone's got the same COVID story, but I think I like might have had it super early on before it was in the news cycles because I got weirdly sick where like I couldn't stay awake for like 3 days, and that was it. Like it was my first time getting a fever in my adult life, but there was no obviously COVID testing at that point.
Did you never get tested for? Did you ever get tested for antibodies before that?
No. But
so I've never had it because there was like no antibodies. Like that's apparently like the marker that it's been in your body at one point is that they will be there. I had 0 at the time of when I got vaccinated. So that would be interesting if like, you do get a lot of people saying that they felt like they got it very early on, maybe like December, November. And I wonder if that's possible. It was definitely out there. So I wonder how it hit people.
Yeah, like I've never been tested for COVID. I never got the antibodies for COVID. I just got the vaccine. Probably will get a booster at some point since I'm off this week. But yeah, stay safe out there, guys, because like I said, it feels like everyone who didn't get it before is getting it now, regardless of vaccine status or not. That Omarion is dancing its way into our immune systems and into our hearts.
There's an icebox in our heart.
Into our hearts.
There's an icebox in our heart. And
speaking of which,
Omarion is there.
Since I've been hearing recent, COVID's in the news cycles again. Did I miss because there was a podcast I was listening to, and the 2 guys were talking about how some people were losing their toes when COVID first came out. And they both were talking to each other as if like this was a thing in the news cycle that apparently everyone knew about. Did you guys hear this? That people when it first started were losing toes?
I don't fucking believe so at all.
I don't remember hearing that, and I just heard that, and I like Googled it, and apparently like it was a thing. But like, how the fuck did that fly over my head? Because I value my toes. I would have been a lot safer. I think at the beginning of this, if that was in the ethos.
You were very.
My toes? No
I remember
way.
you being very cramped in the beginning. You were like, "I gotta get the fuck out. I don't give a fuck." And that is a very funny statement compared to that because I don't want to lose a toe. Like I feel like
I was trying to be very outside to bring in COVID. I mean, I wasn't, but like, I was outside.
You went to Miami. You went to Miami.
Okay, let's package that up differently. I went to Miami with no plans to meet anyone. I just happened to know people in Miami. I didn't know that.
Just
I didn't know that.
strangers?
No, what's her name? Vanessa? Karen.
Those are not close names at all.
With the big butt.
Yes, I do.
Cody's baby daddy. Yeah, I didn't know she lived in Miami, and I didn't know that until I was driving there, and I posted that I was going to be in Miami. I was just going by myself, and then I posted I was going, and then she was like, "Yo, I live in Miami. Let's get with the peoples." But this was like, fire. Was I vaccinated at this point? Was the vaccine out yet?
No.
I think I was. No, I definitely was vaccinated. Because the vaccine came out. I went to Miami. This was like 2 months after I got vaccinated, I think. So I didn't go to Miami when the hot spike of it, when everyone was like, "Fuck this, fuck New York being closed down. I'm going to open ass Miami." But having been in Miami, even though vaccinated, totally understood them going down there because Miami's fucking lit, bro. I totally understand not being in closed down, confined New York, and then going to sunny, sexy Miami.
You did it. I'm glad that you did it. But yeah, that was a scary time, bro. I couldn't even go into like a corner store without getting like a panic attack. And you were like, I'm going to Miami. Listen, I was like, oh.
But see, that's you now. That's yours. You've always been that way. You hate human beings.
I don't hate human beings. Yeah, maybe, but it happens. It happens.
You are the harbinger of death. You do not like people, so.
Man, I would love to have like, I've said it before, but like one of those like ridiculously large hammers, that would be me. That's what I want.
Smashing people.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's who I am.
The only ridiculously large hammer we have here is Joey's penis.
Yeah, it's brown, it's veiny, it's even got a mustache shit, and
y'all set me up for
very
failure.
Tasteful mustache.
Y'all set me up for failure.
No failure here. Yeah. It is a tasteful mustache. You have people kiss you right there, like, and you just go. Your
I'm
penis
actually
is
about
French.
to get my hair dyed blonde. I'm about to go blonde.
Blonde.
I'm gonna have radical,
like Super Saiyan,
visual changes. I wish COVID gave us fucking like
superpowers,
cold sores on the front of our mouths or some shit like that. Then everybody would get fucking vaccinated and wear masks.
You're kind of right.
Because the
ultimate cold sore, if you ask me.
You feel me? Niggas want to risk that. But think about it, right? You heard toes are falling off, and you were like, "Wait the fuck a minute."
Yeah.
I'm 6 feet. I don't want to be the nigga with fucking 8 toes. No.
Yeah, that'd be really weird. How do you explain that? Like, I got my COVID toe. You know how it be. Like,
I would love it in Staten Island. There'd be so many people just fucking walking around with cold sores on their face, fucking saying, "I'm not getting the vaccine." Yeah, nah, nigga, not at all. That's gross.
They're gonna stay in one little town, and they're gonna be really great. And then everyone just saws off that island.
What if COVID gave you hooves?
Imagine that.
So you know what's weird? Did you guys watch that show Sweet Tooth?
No, that sounds familiar. Okay. Is it a Netflix documentary?
Yeah, it's a Netflix show. So it was funny because they released it as the shutdown happened, and it was basically a virus breaks out. It starts like wiping out human beings. But at the same time, there's no longer any new human beings coming out. They're like mutated like manimals. So you just said hooves, and that reminded me we need to have that show back because that was fucking fire. And I do want to see. I would welcome like hooves or a tusk, maybe
Manimal.
Tusk. Yeah, if I get strength out of it, like super strength, like. Yeah.
Tusks would be tough. I'm an Aries, so I gotta get antlers or some shit like that.
I'm a scorpion, motherfucker.
Like some shit. Ooh, a scorpion tail? That'd be fucking sick, bro.
What up? Imagine decorating your scorpion tail.
If you're a Pisces, you just get gills. You
smell like pussy.
You smell like pussy. Wow, I don't know if Aries fuck with Pisces. I don't know.
I don't. Somebody asked me my birthday recently, and I was like, "Nah, I'm not telling you. I'm just not telling anyone." Especially in Detroit, the gorilla grip.
It's August.
It's not August.
I don't remember it anymore. It is.
Thank God you're a man. If you're a woman, you would remember my birthday, but you're a man, so you never will. But yeah, I just stopped telling people the gorilla grip that the Zodiac has on Detroit black women, or black women period, but Detroit black women specifically. Like, this one girl was like getting legitimately mad. I wouldn't tell her my birthday, and like we had just met. I'm like, you could get to know me organically right now, instead of just having was like actually, and then like just didn't talk to me anymore. And I was like, oh, this is a bullet dodged for sure.
Wow, that is a mad person.
So
that
much
is a full
pussy
mad
if
person.
I was in Detroit, bro.
I mean, I love the Detroit women.
So much
Joey laughing about.
Detroit.
He's really dark right now. Look at this look on him. This is too much. What are you sipping on right now?
This is a Sam Smith organic chocolate stout. Before that, I had the Brooklyn
yes,
black chocolate stout.
Drunk Joey is my favorite Joey. I'm not gonna lie.
I hate drinking because I already have a fucking headache. Like,
but
it's corny.
You are very fun. I will say that.
You hate drinking? Is that what you just said?
I don't hate it, obviously, because I fucking love beer. But like, it's not as, it doesn't make you feel as good as like weed. You know, like weed makes me happy. Weed makes me fucking happy. Like, and doing both doesn't make you happy and confident and shit.
Sleep good.
Alcohol makes me fucking confident.
I sleep very well.
I mean, but what I was saying was I would get so much pussy in Detroit if I was in Detroit.
Yes, I've told you this. You would annihilate. You would be running through them. Get you a pair of buffs, bro. It's over. Get you a buffs and a Hellcat. You would never stop.
I don't know about a Hellcat, man. I like something a little bit more reasonable. But Justin, let me tell you this, man. If you learn what your moon sign is and you dangle that in the face of these women of Detroit, like, you already can pull them, right?
What in the fuck is a moon sign?
If you really want your fucking pick, if you dangle that you know your moon sign, you'd make a ridiculous killing. I'm just saying, man.
Oh, I know all that shit. Wow. I mean, it's in my email. Like, multiple exes have like sent me like all my charts and shit.
Yeah, there you go. Use it to your advantage, bro.
No, I refuse. I'm trying. Here's my thing about sex, right? So I don't like having one night. I don't like one night stands, and I don't like having sex with people I don't like as people. Like, if we fuck, we're gonna be friends. I don't care if we fuck first. But we're gonna, like, in some capacity, like, know each other forever, because like I don't have the time. I don't have the time to just fuck people for the sake of it. So yeah, I'm not gonna spit game anymore. Like, dude, I remember, like, I used to go on dates when I was in my 20s, like, and I would just be like so smooth and suave. And I think about it, and I'm like, all those people I was smooth and suave with, I do not fuck with anymore, because like I don't like I gave them who I wasn't. I'm a goofy idiot. Like, if you like this podcast and you're a woman who listens, chances are we can get married. Like, I'd probably, if you listen to more than 5 episodes of this podcast, if you're a woman and you're hot and you've listened to more than 5 episodes of this podcast, chances are I'd give you a baby off the strength of that. Because if you sat and listened to my dumb ass talk for an hour 5 times, and we're like, if you let me entertain you every morning, chances are we could raise a child together. But like,
what is that child's name? I feel, what is that child's name? And no, we're calling it an NMT coin.
My child is an NMT or an NFT.
My man, you're worth 1 billion NMT coins. Like, is that worth 1 billion, or is that worth more? Who knows? That's what the future holds for all of us.
Who knows? But yeah, if you listen to this podcast and want a baby, hit me up, because you clearly like annoying niggas. Because there's no way. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. But yeah, I don't if I could get on my Zodiac game and learn all that shit to get women, but I refuse. I just it's you know what, it's kind of sociopath, because there's dudes who do it and like they only do it for women. They only do it for girls, and I'm like, you're a sociopath, dude. Like, especially when it's hot dudes who know they're like all their Zodiac shit. I'm just like, nigga, you're you're sexy. You're already women. Now you're just trying to like hurt and manipulate women. You're trying to get in their feelings. Because that's some sicko shit.
I don't know.
For you to like, especially because the thing is, like, as a girl, like, women have always been
into
it.
That's what I said I was gonna do.
Yes, you are a sociopath. You're gonna manipulate and hurt these women. I see you, Joey.
Wow, dark.
I'm
Joey,
a lover.
don't listen. If you ever get off the leash, you are attacking, my friend. I can see you very much like doing everything in your possibility to like damage the psyche of these women out here while pleasuring them deeply with your massive cock. Wow. But you would have these women just banging your line at 6 a.m, fucking like, don't leave me, Pootie Tang.
Yeah, and I'd be dropping my debut single.
Wait, is that the album? Is that the cover for your single? No, ladies and gentlemen, switch on over to YouTube if you need to see Joey do that exact. I don't know what it was. It looked like a wildcat, I'm gonna say.
It was a Pootie Tang reference. If you were a woman and you listen to this podcast and you understood that Pootie Tang reference, have sex with Joey, because if you were able to understand that Pootie Tang reference,
hit up Justin and marry that king, because if you understood that Pootie Tang reference, hit up Justin. He's your soulmate. He's the one.
I'm really mad I didn't catch that reference. I'm pissed off at myself. Pootie Tang is like such a good movie. Sarate. Yeah. Like, why did you say that with it's so beautiful. Like that was really one of the funniest films. Like when it came out, I remember just like losing my shit. And I was like a kid when that came out. Like what year was that? Like that's a long time ago at this point, right?
Isn't 99 or 2002?
Pootie Tang,
maybe.
You are so incredibly high.
So high, bro. Speaking of high, again, not gonna spoil anything, but finally I got to see Matrix Resurrections, and I'll give you my review. A spoiler-free one.
Oh yeah.
We didn't need it.
Go ahead, bro. Damn.
We didn't need it. Yeah, we didn't need it. Sorry.
That was the point.
I don't know if it was gonna be. We just didn't. We just did. 2001 Pootie Tang came out.
Okay.
Wasn't that the same year as Matrix 2?
Yeah,
probably.
I think so.
It has to be one of those.
No. Matrix 2 came out a few years later.
What a great
came out a few years later.
No, I thought it was. Oh, but yes, the Matrix one was necessary. We needed it. I mean, the Matrix, the Matrix 4. Matrix 4 was good if you were not a dweeb who needed that to be good. If you thought it was going to be good, that's your own fault. It was a fun watch, regardless.
Okay,
it was not. Right. It was not that fun. It wasn't that fun. Did you get to watch it, Joey?
Too high.
I haven't.
Again, spoiler free.
I haven't because I don't have an HBO Max account. For any pod listeners that would love to donate, I do not have an HBO Max account. If you're going to let me hold that account down, you feel me?
Oh yeah. By the way, you guys, if you guys need something, I'm not going to say what it was, but I did ask for something on this podcast. I spoke it into the ether. I spoke it into. I manifested it, and somebody messaged me with that thing I wanted from this podcast.
Hey, you feel me?
What was it? Can you tell us?
I'll tell you off air.
Nah, we go to off air.
Okay.
But anything you need in reality,
$1,000 in the account today.
Yes, sir.
Just for no reason. Let me know.
just for no reason. What if somebody offers you what if somebody's I'll give you? What if somebody wanted your nudes for $1,000? Would you do that?
I'll take pictures of my feet. I'll give them feet pics.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'd be worth it. I mean, there's girls doing it for $10.99. Why can't I do it for $1,000?
I think I can extort people. Look, if you don't send me $100 right now, I'm gonna send you a fucking picture of my feet, and you're gonna kill yourself
every day. I
imagine of the three of us, I feel like you'd have the nicest feet of the three of us.
Oh nah, my shits are chopped, boy. My shits are fucked up. Man, yeah, I clench all the time. All the time, I'm
so my gang signs.
Yeah, man.
We're investing in. So take a picture of your feet as an NFT. Rare fucked up top toes.
That's what we're gonna do.
I need to get a
brand
pedicure.
your toe, with a brand, and it's the National Meat Treasure logo,
NMT logo,
and then we sell that as NMT coin.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I think we get there and we become trillionaires really quickly, and we start rubbing elbows with Jeff Bezos.
And joke about this.
With the smelliest crypto coin.
In 6 years, when we have actual
I feel
NFTs, like, you know, you laugh.
Yeah, bro.
But we'll be
let's think about it. I think if we become that if we get to that threshold of money, I see Justin clapping Jeff Bezos' cheeks, like all day,
no way.
like all day, just
no.
like I'm gonna deliver it to you, Jeff.
No,
I'm gonna deliver it to you, Jeff. And you're just shining his little head, and you're just. I feel like that's how we end the season finale.
I'm not gonna let you fuck Jeff Bezos, bro.
I think he should, and his wife should be watching. His wife will be watching.
I'll fuck Jeff Bezos to establish dominance.
It's prime. It's prime.
That'd be a very cool thing to be famous for. Like I had sex with Jeff Bezos, oiled up in a ring on a mountain.
I think
it's not gonna be. We're not gonna be in a bedroom for this. This is gonna be on SpaceX.
We're
gonna fuck Jeff. I'm gonna fuck Jeff Bezos in space. Can you
I
space?
I want to.
You definitely can.
I'm sure you.
Well, like, how does the jizz get out of you? Because there's no gravity
in space.
Yeah.
Well, there's a force. Your body's forcing it out. It's just gonna float when it gets in the air. But I would really like if we stop talking about penetrating Jeff Bezos. I don't want to see him get penetrated.
I wouldn't stop it. I would encourage it. I would get all the Amazon employees to pop up and just like watch. I'd live stream it. Sure, it's revenge porn, but if it's Jeff Bezos, it's fine.
Oh, it's not revenge porn if you stream it, right? That's not how that works. I mean, he's gonna know Twitch. He would know about it because he's streaming on Amazon Prime. Like this is, this is. Let's make no mistakes here. This is a consensual situation because I'm sure Bezos wants to fuck him. Who doesn't?
I think he would. I think he absolutely would love to fuck you. That's the point. Wonderful.
And I'll kiss his shiny bald head and put him in put his arms behind while his arms are behind his back, and I'm just nailing into him. You know. Oh, and this has been another episode of
This has been another episode. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, we release an episode every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Even with this weird week, we're coming out with still episodes. I don't know how we're doing it, but we're doing it. I am gonna go to sleep. Justin, you take it away.
Yes, follow me on TikTok at thin.cruel.lips. Follow the National Meat Treasure Instagram at National Meat Treasure. Also on Facebook at National Meat Treasure. Also on TikTok at National Meat Treasure. And follow me on Instagram. Did I say Instagram or TikTok? They're both at thin.cruel.lips.
Yes, sir. And follow our Spotify playlist, National Meat Treasure. Also, if you like lo-fi hip-hop beats to study to chill to sleep to mess around to, check out Young Moth 3 on Instagram and Young Moth on Spotify, Apple Music, and all major streaming platforms. I got some lo-fi beats coming out. Lo-fi beats coming out. And yeah. This has been the National Meat Treasure podcast.
Later.
See ya.
Wait.